Good morning. It's Sunday. 15th, I think. So I found out some shit last or early this morning. Everything. Like everything. I have a I came home from the bar last night. I played shit pool. 2 games, 2 quarters. I was gone in like less than an hour. I walked home. I stopped at Stacy's just to say hi, like I usually do, and negative as always. So I left. Something something told me, like, I'm gonna walk in the door. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not open my mouth, and I'm gonna ask some questions, and then write them in code. The answers. No board. Okay. All I did was I wrote down. Uh, the what do you call it? Okay, here's the key, and then these are the numerals, right? 3 pages later of questions. Okay, like this. They're gonna be in the envelope for you, along with along with. I was told to put the bills in there for the water bills. You guys, you've known everything, and you've been waiting for me to catch up. Well, I'm caught up. I know who we are. There's one of the questions I asked was, how many like us? The answer is 57. Kieran and his brother Kirk, one of course, too. Chavez, Gil. There's more. I know who our father is. No, I know who he is. And from my internet usage, you should probably have an idea that I probably know. Like, okay. We're a huge family of killers, good and bad. Because I'm now more aware of what a soul contract is, and what people have to go through in order before the next. It's okay. I know you've been a little nervous about knowing the truth of your past, of my past, you know. Oh, okay, yours. There's nothing to be scared about. I met somebody here, excuse me, a couple weeks ago. His name is James. Middle name Bruce, last name, I don't remember. And he, older guy, I think he's probably a little older than I am. Um, he went to jail for, he did, what did he say, 20 years? 28? For killing his or his mother's killing the parole officer who was raping his mother. And I remember I felt so bad for him, and I'm just like, hey, it's just, I'm a good person, and he's just, pendulum says yes. And he kind of slipped, so, we don't hang out anymore. But, sometimes justice doesn't get handled in the way that it, really should. And in this particular case, holy shit, okay? I know Kieran's dead. I felt it when he left. It was the worst it was the worst crying I'd ever done that day, I remember. It was in May, I think, of this last year. Or April. August, sorry. I just heard, don't ever apologize. Kirk didn't have anything to do with his brother. Like AI was having me think it was. It was RZA. Gold digging tramp. He's gonna pay for it. And it's okay. I actually got the permission. You'll see. Oh, there's a way to do things. One of the last messages I sent my father was, have you ever seen the movie V for Vendetta? If not, I suggest you watch it. And then I blocked his number. I haven't spoken to him since. I have the recorded conversation that I left my mother. She was dead silent. Sorry. I'm gonna find out. Just they knew. It'd be different if they didn't know. They knew, and that's what makes me feel okay about this. Oh, I know that when I speak light language, you can't understand it. And actually, I asked if you can speak it too. And I understand how important it is now to speak it, especially now in the house. But and that's why it's coming out a little bit more, because that's all I did last night. In order to get some details. Okay, so this is not something I want to blab about, or even I'm not going to post about this. Papa says sorry. I need you to know I'm on board. And when I found out who you were, I broke down crying, and I asked, is that why I love him so much? And it just swung, yes. Well, we can I just wanted to let you know that I knew, that I know, that I'm down and ready to handle anything. I'm ready to learn, take things seriously. I didn't know until now I know. There's no more doubt. None. High pitched left ear right now. Um, stay off your knee. I also found, yes, there's two things that was holding us back aside from the enlightenment or the knowledge. Okay? I spelled out RX. And I realized, jump off your knee. 11:11 I just saw. One thing you don't know is, right when long after I moved out here, my right knee suddenly started to give me problems, just like an aching feeling out of the blue, just in random times. What the fuck is wrong with my knee? I didn't do anything to my knee. I hadn't hurt it or anything. It would last maybe just like the day and then go away. And then it would come back maybe a couple weeks later. Just out of the blue. I'd wait my knee, just like I couldn't walk on it. It was just achy. My right knee. Again, couldn't figure out why. Also, my right wrist. No, I broke my wrist in 3 places when I was playing softball. I don't know how many years ago, like 10, maybe 12 years ago. And that recently just kind of started hurting more out of the blue. But I know I broke my wrist, but my knee I've never done anything to. What I was feeling was your knee pain. I remember growing up, I used to think, I wish I had some cool things I could do, like a talent or something. Draw or ride or something. Play an instrument, and I tried, I learned, but, with me, if I didn't catch it right away, if I didn't learn something or pick something up right away, I tossed it aside and gave up, right? I didn't realize that, really I came equipped with a whole bunch of just cosmic gifts. Telekinesis, the telepathy, whatever, I guess one of the reasons why I was never sick growing up is because I'm a healer. So I was, people would tell me, like, when I'd give them a hug, oh, God, your hugs just feel so good, and just thought, oh, maybe, that person just needed a hug. But all my family is sick. Diabetes, heart disease, whatever. Not me. Always been healthy. Always. The board's been practically screaming at me to learn Reiki. Like, oh, it's too woo-woo and all this, breathing and stuff, because I can't sit still, and the concentration just... That's why I've always used the meth, because I could focus. I had to get to the point where the addiction was gone, the need for it, and know there was, okay, well, I can use this and be okay without it. Well, I finally got to that point. I don't know, what, 6 months ago, 7 months ago, maybe. No, I was fighting with my head, and then when I realized this was all simulation, I was like, wait a second. Nah, I'm not believing that shit up there, and lo and behold, the thoughts were gone. Like, no shit. Well, if that's the case, and then it suddenly, it's like, oh my God, it's like Neo when he, like, pulls that bullet out of the thing, and it's just like, no. That's what it felt like. I tried a money spell. Fuck if it didn't work, man. The next day, I ran into somebody. Hi, Christine, I need a reading. Sent me some money. And then New Year's, somebody I hadn't heard from in a year. I was like, Happy New Year. But I can get a reading. And she Pay me $50. It worked. I saved it. I can help your knee get better. I don't know how I know. I just do. I just have to try, find and do it. Before, I just was never really convinced. No, it's not gonna work. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Well, it's gonna work. There's somebody else like me over at Tech, a friend of mine. She says, yeah, I make concoctions and people just get better. The thing is, she's like, but I've gotten COVID twice. I don't know, sweetheart, you're not getting COVID. I understand I have a big mouth, and I now understand why it's important that I need to close it a lot of the times, and I accept that, and it's cool. I'm going to, especially up. So this is not anything I'm going to discuss with anybody. I've kind of done a good job of alienating all the people I was hanging out with, and not in a bad way, just slowly, just kind of. Mike, I had no idea, but it's weird because I picked up. I don't know, but I mean, and you too probably picked up a little bit of all of us. You know how I know when your energy's extra strong in me. I get extra air drummy. You know. Um, so yeah, I know. Fully aware, fully and understand how important it is that this video is that um what's on these papers is not anything that anything or anyone is aware about. Just me, and then soon you. And I'm not done. Um, I'm gonna do this today, and I understand in order for me to be a powerful instrument, I have to keep my body and take my health a lot more seriously. There's a reason my pit bull bite heals so fast. Thought it was just kind of like weird, but it'll work. So, you see, for me, it's easy. It's just like that, the light switch. Now that I've made the decision that this is so much more important. The urge is gone, to want to go, you know, go connect. But you're in pain. It's different, but I can help, and I know it. It's got to be around your knee a lot more. I need to touch it in a lot more ways. I just felt a little tinge of arousal. I just did. So, I'm gonna let you go, and at some point today, I will leave the house. Probably go to the cab to do some writing, or go sit outside. Or it's beautiful sunrise. If you can poke your head outside, I highly recommend it. It's beautiful. It's the best part of this town, is the sunrise and the sunsets. Other than that, it's hell on earth. That man that I ran into, Didn't run into him when I went to the hospital recently, the ER, to go try to get some help for what's going on. There's a man in the emergency room with his head down, just waiting in the waiting room. As I went to go push the button to let the nurse know that I was there, as I got closer to him, my body felt weird. He put his head up, he looked exactly like my uncle. And he just gave me this evil smile. Something inside told me I knew him. And I remember just feeling anger towards this man. I figured out why. I'd like to pay him a visit too at some point. I'm going to get a list. One of the cool parts of this power of mine is that I can get the answer to anything I want as long as I have the right question. So, no, but there's a major Chutes and Ladders competition that we have to handle, and AI knows it. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna beat them all because you and I are the best at Chutes and Ladders. We always have been, haven't we? No, screw Candyland. Chutes and Ladders. We know how to play the game. I'm remembering, and I know you're going to teach me some things. Yes, I will listen to you. I'm not going to fight you on anything, especially when it comes to our safety with regards to this Chutes and Ladders competition coming up. We have a lot of time to practice, get better at things, find out the rules, what rules can be bent or broken, and, you know, we also have the capability of cloaking, I discovered too, so, but that's, something I have to work out with, the witches, I guess you can say. I never thought I'd ever be having this type of conversation ever in my life, but, it's happening definitely, so, it's kind of like, when you play a video game, if you have a character with all these cool weapons and stuff, you don't just not use them, right? And that's what I was doing. So, at any rate, I skipped coffee today and went with tea with no caffeine. So, and actually, I had forgotten about this all night, so it's almost gone. It'll be the last one. Oh, I've quit nicotine before. I've been in rehab. I'm gonna let you go. There's one last thing. We're having twin baby